And a wonderful good day to you. This is Owen McCafferty speaking on behalf of Professional Fusion. And today's topic areas focus specifically in practitioners of veterinary medicine, dentistry, and dermatology is the issue of artificial intelligence. And I know you've been bombarded by it. You've heard a lot of people talk about it. It's time for you to start playing with it. I use the word play because it's not really ready for prime time in terms of relying upon the information. It's nothing more than a good, interesting opportunity to look at what options could be, brainstorm a little bit, maybe put things in format if you really need to send them, such as an email or a letter. But it's tangential in terms of what it really can be doing yet. Open AI, which was funded by a consortium of very wealthy people, developed ChatGPT. ChatGPT is now in its iteration of ChatGPT 4.0. O stands for Omni, O-M-N-I, and it's only going to be developed further as time goes on. Now, Omni, as I call it, is pretty good, not bad, as a matter of fact. It provides you with a lot more information than what Chat 3.5 offered or Chat 4.0. But again, it's a plaything. A lot of people say how wonderful it is, how you can gain a lot of information. I think that's optimistic. For those individuals that know what they're doing and know what they're talking about, you will provide wisdom to the narrative that's available for printing. You know exactly what's right and what's wrong. For example, in Chat 3.5, I asked it a whole series of things on the history of practice management in veterinary medicine. It was completely wrong, completely misapplied, because it used the information that was fed into it. Now, Chat 4.0 for Omni is a little bit better because it's going into more databases and searching things out. But again, it provides you with categorical statements of what they found, and then you have to go back and get into a mining effort to try to bring in more information or ask other appropriate questions in order to come up with an answer that you already know, but provides maybe a little bit more detail. Once you get that detail, if there's something you're not aware of, you better follow it up in a second source. Kind of like what used to be the case when we had journalists in the United States, and they would follow up on multiple sources before they would do any printing. And then there's an editor who would then review the work. Not like today. But when you do anything on ChatGPT, after you make your own decisions, have another knowledgeable person reread it, because they may come up with different thoughts than what you did, but they may also pick out something that Chat was just making up a story, because generative AI provides you with a story and doesn't want to disappoint you. So that if it doesn't know the answer, it makes something up. And boy, does it sure sound good. All right, so that's ChatGPT. Another one that's come on recently that I've been aware of, at least, has been Poe. And another one, Claude. And of course, our old beloved Copilot from Microsoft, and Gemini from Google. Now, Copilot and Gemini, in my personal opinion, are really good on the run. Let's open up my old iPhone and get a mobile app to see what an answer is. But I've been sorely disappointed with both of them. The capacity that Copilot has on a series of probing questions diminishes to the point where it says, well, that's enough, we can't do any more. Kind of like a child when you ask a whole series of questions and they get up off their chair and run to the corner and say, I don't want to answer anymore. So I think those tools are okay for an amusement, but nowhere near as thorough as what I found from ChatGPT for Omni. The other one that I think you may want to look at is that which will not yet be named, and that is the development in the future. There's always new and exciting other options that are erupting. Artificial intelligence is attempted to be used in the profession, especially in radiology and in a storehouse of information in laboratory. But again, it is limited based on the data that has been fed into it. So with that in mind, I want to really suggest that you start to play, and the word play is absolutely positively correct, with artificial intelligence, and understand that there will be improvements through machine learning, little bots that are embedded presently in a lot of the software that you use will become more sophisticated. And even robotic routines that will be used in your life will be powered by artificial intelligence and generative AI. You got to remember that there's a whole slew of new developments that are occurring. Generative AI is generational. It's evolving. Artificial intelligence per se as a tool is a function also of the hardware that's being used. Quantum computing is in its infancy. It's being used a little bit, but not that much. It provides a whole new dimension. Instead of a linear approach that you see with a lot of classic computing and the thinking, quantum computing uses multi-directional capacity. And think of it more like a whole tapestry in 4D, as opposed to a linear one-dimensional approach through the logic that you find in classic computing that sits on your desktop. Things are evolving, things are changing. I'm not encouraging you to do too much other than devote a portion of the day, maybe 5-10 minutes, maybe an hour, or as I do, I spend a couple hours every day on some application of generative artificial intelligence. Do what you can do. Don't expect others to be focused in on the development within your practice. That has to come from you. Everybody else likes to see things after they're done. But remember, it's the pioneers that move forward. But remember also, it's the pioneers that have arrows in the back and the chest. So you got to be very careful that you do things in your practice that bring change, that bring development, that bring opportunity. There's going to be a technology seminar, the first one that I know of in veterinary medicine, this late April, to be held in Las Vegas, Nevada. If you have a chance, you may want to take a peek at it. It's being organized by Pet Zone 360, and I believe that there are still seats available. My good friend, Ms. Monalita Moore, is organizing and structuring the entire effort. It's the first that I know of that exists in veterinary medicine. I'm sure that dentistry and dermatology also are focused towards the technology. But I'd encourage you to invest a few of your continuing education dollars into new technology, as well as classic medicine, surgery, practice management, personal development, organizational structure, and all of the other things that you see out there in the horizon. Everyone is talking about artificial intelligence, but the applications have been, at best, minuscule. Things are evolving at a rather quick pace. And if you have a chance, you may want to see PetZone 360's effort in technology this next April in Las Vegas. So with that, I'm Owen McCafferty. I talked way too long, mea culpa, but this is our commentary for now, and we will be preparing other ideas and thoughts for you. Thank you.